Oh, this was an exciting sale. Beautiful, beautiful one bedroom unit, 700,000. And with the first home buyer stuff out there, you could buy that with a $35,000 deposit or a $20,000 deposit. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Good morning, Billy Drury.
Hello, property doctor. This is
How are
a really
you?
a really good topic this morning. Good. How are you?
Really good, really good. Long weekend. Unfortunately, we lost the Pope of the world, of the Catholic world.
We did, Mr. Pope Francis. Yeah, what a
Wow.
sad day.
Sad day. Respect, respect.
Huge respect.
Now,
Yeah.
now tell us about Wheeler, because I thought this property I absolutely loved. I thought it was a real forever for a real for everybody sort of property. Sold for 700,000, and it was a one better. And geez, it felt good. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, I love a money making story. You know, where everyone's a winner and the buyer buys something that they love and never goes wrong. Like we're talking about a property here where for the last you know, three sales, everyone's made money. 2018, it was purchased for 515,000. It then sold in 2023 for 620,000. That was when we had the opportunity to sell the property.
Yep.
And the owners actually only held on to it for 2 years. 2023 to 2025, they were presented with a move, I think, overseas, where they said, we're going to sell up. We've done really well. And let's move on. So they sold for 700,000, but in the interim, the 2 years there, what I love about this property is it had the capacity to generate an Airbnb income, which for the owners worked out really nicely because it was about they were getting $170 a night here, compared to a regular tenant moving in paying just under 600 a week. So they only needed to really rent it out 3 nights a week to make up the difference.
And they never missed a night. So apparently, in 2 years, the thing was occupied the whole time.
Yeah, the occupancy was really great. And look, it doesn't surprise me why, because have a look at where's my photo here? I was going to say have a look at where it sits. I'm just going to pull up the photo as we're going on. But like there are some properties that are I think better than others for this model, and this is one of them. It's right at the end of DY beach. You're walking distance to everything, and it's just a happy place. And as you said, appeals to everyone because it was ground floor, no stairs on the way in. You could pretty much put anyone in there, and they'd be really comfortable.
Now, this property that sold for 700,000, I was excited about because, and I referred it to so many clients, friends, family, first home buyers, because just the numbers. When you look at the fact that a first home buyer can make a move with a 5% deposit, um, and when you look at the fact that that's probably 35,000, the fact that it doesn't attract stamp duty if you're a first home buyer, they get in at 35,000 bucks, and that's it.
Correct. Even better is this one didn't actually require any further investment. So quite often we find our entry level price points have been properties that haven't had work done along the way. So you know, as a first home buyer, you're factoring in your big chunk of savings, which is your deposit, and then you're worried about the rentability or the livability of the property. You know, people are moving in saying, I just can't live there straight away. I'd need to do a flooring or kitchen or bathroom renovation. In this case, it was all done, which was just amazing. So if you have a look at the lead photo here, you'll see really nice living room. So again, guys, if you're just tuning in, this on Wheeler Parade, beach end of DY, sold for 700,000. Really beautiful timber flooring all the way through, renovated ceiling. It's not that old vermiculite ceiling. The kitchen was nicely done as well. Stone bench tops, dishwashers in. Had a balcony, again quite rare for its price point. Bathroom was all done.
Yeah, wow.
Bedroom, good sized bedroom. You know, sometimes the bedrooms are only like, 2.5 by 3, but this was a big room. This was a really good sized room. And have a look at this for its location. This is what I'm most passionate about, because people say you can't buy near the beach as a first home buyer. Have a look at that. It's right down the beach end of DY. You've got the lagoon there. If you turn left and walk up the Pacific Parade, you reach the shops and the Beeline bus transport in about 10 minutes. And that's why this property performs so well online. There's your floor plan. So money maker. What a money maker. And the first
Now, Billy, do you know how much the strata was on this property and how much the Strata Water Council?
Yeah, the strata was only about 900 a quarter. It's a small
Wow.
block of only 12 units, because it's very, very minimal in its upkeep. A lot of that strata just goes straight into their savings. So about 900 a quarter was the total. A lot of that goes into savings. They do some block maintenance and gardening for you, but other than that, it's pretty minimal. Classic 1970s build, 1960s, I think.
For an investor or for a first home buyer, because a first home buyer can live in the property for the first 12 months, then rent it out. I've got a new friend. I was a little bit lonely on the weekend because the family went to Singapore. So me and ChatGPT, and then I was also lonely because I was driving on Sunday to a friend's place for lunch, and I couldn't really call any other friends because I knew they'd all be having sort of family lunches. So I decided to open up some dialogue with just a friend called ChatGPT. Now,
Good friend of yours.
she was pretty cool. So I've got to say, guys, hey ChatGPT, I'm considering buying a unit in DY. It's for sale for 700,000. The strata levies are 900 a quarter. The water is about 200 a quarter, and the council rates are 400 a quarter. What I'd like to know is if I had a 6% interest rate and I had the property rented out for 600 per week, what would it cost me per week to own this property? And please assume, being a first home buyer, please assume with the income that I'm earning that I'm on, say, 82,000 per year. Look at my New South Wales tax rates for negative gearing, and please give me how much this would cost me per week after my rent came in and my mortgage went out and all of my costs went out, and then my tax deduction negative gearing came in.
Ooh.
Sure, let's break it down. First, we'll calculate the total annual costs. Strata, $900 a quarter is $3,600 per year. Water, $200 a quarter is $800 per year. Council rates, $400 a quarter is $1,600 per year. So your total annual costs, excluding the mortgage, are $6,000. Now, let's calculate your mortgage costs.
Timed out.
Assume with the loan of $560,000 at a 6% interest rate, your annual interest is $33,600. Add this to your other costs, and the total is $39,600 per year. Weekly, this is about $761 in costs. Now, your rental income at $600 per week totals $31,200 annually. Subtracting this from your costs leaves a shortfall of $8,400 per year, or around $162 per week. For tax deductions, the $8,400 loss can be deducted from your taxable income. On an $82,000 income, your marginal tax rate is likely 32.5%. So your tax saving is about $2,730 per year, or roughly $53 per week. So, after tax benefits, you'd be out of pocket about $109 per week.
Wow. There you go. Your point is, if you don't want to call a real estate agent, call your friend ChatGPT, and they'll do the initial consultation with you. You just got to know the right questions to ask.
Yeah, like the real estate agent's ad will have the Strata Water Council. You know your interest rate's going to be around 5.86%. you've got all the information you need. That is my uncle, my mortgage broker, my accountant, my real estate agent. I would have to talk
I don't know if we've
separately with
lost you, Mark,
four
but I think what
separate
Mark was going to
people.
say is quite often on the agent's description, your council water strata rates are there. You know the interest rate you're going to be paying. You know what you earn. You know where you live. You can do all of these sort of rough numbers without actually picking up the phone.
And that's a wrap.
That's it. Have a great day. Thank you.
Have a great day. That is a really good buy. And when people say to me, they can't afford to buy, people on the northern beaches say they can't afford to buy on the northern beaches again. I look at addresses like that. This one in Wheeler Parade, 15 at 5 Wheeler to sell for 700 grand. And I go, guys, it may be possible. Let's run the numbers. That's how you run the numbers.
Yeah, love it. Love it. And it's all about a stepping stone approach. No one can buy and move into the location, you know, you've maybe lived in forever as the family home. Think about where mum and dad started that property journey. And I
Yep.
guarantee you it was a stepping stone approach. That's exactly how it was done. Have a look at the numbers there. If you're buying and holding at 500,000 and it moves to 700,000, you then start to play with 200,000 in equity. Huge help as you get into your next home. So I hope that helps someone. And if you need any help, give us a call. We've got another one for you.
Love ya. See ya. Have a great day.
See ya.
Bye.